Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the first ever Quantum Magic Lab. My name's Kevin Quantum. I'm a magician scientist hybrid, and I am so excited to be teaching you how to do a magic trick every single day for the next month. They're going to go out on my YouTube channel, Kevin Quantum, at 12 noon every single day. I want to get you building, creating, and ultimately performing magic tricks, and I cannot think of a better time to do it. You're never going to need complicated props for this. All you will need are stuff that you can find from your stationery box at home or even your dry recycling. You might have to make some things every now and again, but realistically, these are props that you can easily get hold of. At the end of the video today, I will let you know exactly what props you need for the next lesson. However, for today, all you will need is an elastic band or a hair bobble, something that's circular, has a bit of elasticity to it. That will be perfect for this one. This is a brand new project for me, and I want to make it perfect for you guys. So please feedback, leave comments below. Let me know what you think so I can improve this and make it perfect for you. This is the first magic trick that I ever learned. My uncle taught it to me when I was just 7 years old. He made me wait 2 days before he showed me how it was done. And back then there was no Google or Facebook or YouTube or even Ask Jeeves. I had to just wait, couldn't work it out. But when he showed me the solution, the secret, I loved it. And this is the trick now that I will teach people when they ask me how to do a magic trick. If they've seen me perform and they want to learn something, I will show them this. It's super easy to learn, so let's do this. So my uncle, he took an elastic band and he wrapped it around 2 of his fingers, just like that. And then he did this. And the elastic band jumped from 2 fingers over here. Totally rocked my world. Let's see how it's done. Let me show you that once again. Starts off on these 2 fingers here. You close to make your fist. And you bang your fist on the table. 3, 2, 1. And it jumps all the way down to there. Alright, let's have a quicker look at how this is done then. So what you saw me doing earlier was using an elastic band, but as I said, it works really well with hair bobbles as well. Elastic bands sometimes will be quite small. This is probably about the perfect size for if you're going to use one that is quite snug around your fingers. These are probably just a little bit too big. I'll show you why later. But if you do have something that's too big, you can easily double it up like so, and then put it around your fingers as well. It might be a little bit harder to do that with hair bobbles, but you can certainly do that with most elastic bands. So just double them up like that and then stick them over your finger, just like that. That makes it a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so let me show you that once again in slow motion with the elastic band and the hair bobble. So there's the elastic band. You close to make your fist, you can see it there. And after 3, 2, 1, it's going to jump down to there. 3, 2, 1, it jumps down to there, just like that. A really amazing, very visual, eye-popping trick. And that works the same way with the bobbles as well. So the bobbles on your hand there, it might be easier to see this in fact. Goes around your fist, 3, 2, 1, and boom, and it jumps over. You can see that's a bit looser on your fist there as well, but I'll come to that in a second. Right, so let's have a look at the secrets and see how this is done. So the elastic band starts off on your 2 fingers like that. That's how it starts off. Your index finger and your middle finger, your pointy finger and your middle finger. Then I want you to pinch the elastic band like that and then stick your 2 fingers on the inside so it stays in there like that. So that elastic band now is wrapped all the way around your fingers. Now if you were to open your fingers, that would spring away. Let me just do that now for you. Like that. That is part of the secret. We're going to be using that action to make the elastic band jump from one set of fingers to another. So pop it on there, pinch it, pull your 2 fingers in. Once you've done that, I want you to pinch it again and push your other 2 fingers in. So now you've got your 4 fingers in at the back, then the elastic band loops around your last pinky finger and then round through those fingers and onto those ones there like that. It's actually quite complicated describing it like that. It's much easier to look at it when it's there. Pinch once, 2 fingers, pinch twice, 4 fingers. Do that again from a slightly different angle. Pinch once, 2 fingers, pinch twice, 4 fingers. Do that a few times just to get used to the setup. And then once you're feeling confident, just pinch once and put all 4 fingers in like that. That's the speed you're going to have to do that when you're performing this trick. So once again, start there, pinch, and all 4 fingers go in. I usually start with my pinky. You can see how I pull it across there and then pull my other fingers in like that. So that's the position we're in. Now in slow motion, what happens is When I bang my fist on the table, I open my hand like that, the elastic band jumps round and then comes onto these fingers, and I close my fist quickly and it looks like it's jumped from one place to the other. I'll show you that from the other angle. So there, pinch, all 4 fingers in. So from the back, I open it. It's hard to do this from the back. I open it and the elastic band just naturally flips round onto those 2 fingers, just there. Now, a few things that will make this work a bit better once you've got the setup position. These 2 fingers here, they pinch that as best you can. So try and keep those fingers always together. Don't have a big space here. That'll keep it in position. And then when you do the move, it'll hold that in position. It'll look like it just jumps from there to there. Sometimes what you'll find when you start off doing this is that when it jumps, it might go into a slightly different position, like down here. And that usually happens when you're using something like a hair bobble. Let me show you what I mean. So if that hair bobble looks tight there and then you do the move, now it looks loose and it's moved out of position a little bit. So try and use an elastic band. I think that's probably better. So yeah, I guess in terms of presentation, there's lots of different ways you can go. I really like this idea of banging my hand on my fist on the table, like that, 1, 2, 3. When my uncle showed me it, he did it this way. He had his hand like that, and he did it like this, just from this orientation, just like 1, 2, 3, and did that. Sometimes when you're first starting out, you don't even have to make your fist again at the end. So you can go from there, 1, 2, and then just open your hands and then show it jumping from there to there. I don't think that is quite as good, because it's better off for your hand at the start to be the same position as your hand at the end. So I would try and open your hand really quickly and close it again. And then when you move your hand, that covers that motion a little bit. So it looks more magical. All right, so how does this work when you're in a live situation and you're in front of an audience? You want to do this quickly. Well, the way I do it is I start off by displaying the elastic band, as I normally would say, like I want to show you a little trick with an elastic band. And then as you display it, this hand comes behind, pinches, and as you make the fist, you turn your hand like that. So essentially, now I've done that sneaky move, but I've done it quite secretly. So when I pull it back, as I'm, so I say elastic band on my fingers, it's quite stretchy. I just want you to keep your eyes on it. And as I turn my hand over like this, quite stretchy, I just want you to keep your eyes on it. I pinch it and pull it back like that. So now it's in a good position there. And they didn't see the secret move. So let me show you that in slow motion. So there it is. An elastic band on my fingers, pinch, pinch. I just want you to keep your eyes on it for me. And then you secretly do that move behind there, so all your fingers are now in. And you can feel that it's not going to slip off. That's important. So from behind, pinch, pinch. Get your fingers on there, just in that position. And you do that quickly, and as you're doing it, you try and do it without looking at your hands. This is really important. If you can lift people's attention and look at their eyes like that, then that'll help them that'll take their eyes off your hands. So give that a shot. So a little trick with an elastic band. I want you to watch it as carefully as you can. Watch very carefully. 3, 2, just remember 1, 2, 1. As it jumps from one hand to the other, just like that. So a little presentational tip. So once again, start off on these fingers, trick with an elastic band. It's quite stretchy, just watch it as carefully as you can. 3, 2, 1. And then at the end, of course, once you've done all that, you can take the elastic band off and you can give it to them to have a look at, because often they'll want to see the prop that you've used. They may think it's a trick elastic band or something like that. It's not, so use that to your advantage and have fun. Here's a nice variation with the black one and the pink one. If you watch very carefully, 3, 2, 1. You can see the black one and the pink one swap places as well. I'll do that with elastic bands later and may show you how that's done. This is one that you can do impromptu. You can have an elastic band with you. Some people like to keep it on their wrist like that and then show someone a trick. Say, look, I'll show you a trick. Or maybe you're in an office environment or a school environment and there's lots of elastic bands kicking about. You can do it that way as well. Have fun, practice this one. I always say practice it maybe about 19 times before you get it. And just remember that visual feeling, you know, that emotion. See, when you watch that elastic band jump from there to there the first time, when you saw that, it's such a beautiful moment. Never forget how amazing that was right at the start. Once you get it moving from those fingers to those fingers like that, then you can start building in doing it faster with your fist opening and closing. And then you can also start building in the little actions, so the bang on the table or the knock. So knock, 2, 3, 4, then the fourth knock makes it jump. Just play around with it, try and find your own different presentation. Really cool trick, have fun. When my uncle showed me this, when he wrapped it around his fingers, all he did was blow when it jumped from one finger to the other. But there's lots of ways you can do this. If you can't do it as quickly when you're practicing earlier on, what you can also do is put your other hand in front. So you start off there and then just hide it, do the move, and then make it jump from one hand to another. Some people pick these up really fast, some people take a little bit longer, that's absolutely fine. Regardless, I recommend that you practice this at least 19 times, which is my favorite prime number, in front of a mirror before you show anyone else. This will make sure you can finesse it, get all the moments in, and make it look as good as it possibly can be. Okay, time for the science bit. This magic trick is an illusion. That means that what you see isn't exactly what the audience see. There are two different versions of reality. In this one, the elastic band never actually leaves the two fingers it's on. It only appears to be wrapped around these fingers, but it always stays on these two fingers here. An illusion is like a dual reality. The version of events that you see is very different to what the audience see. And magicians do this all the time. They just invent an alternate reality that they then present to an audience. It's super powerful stuff. Or as Albert Einstein once said, reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. One of the most important elements of magic is mystery, so I want to leave you guys with a mystery that you can try and work out yourselves. For this one, we have two elastic bands, a green one over here and a brown one over here. Watch very carefully. And once again, the elastic bands now swap places. The brown one is now here, the green one is here. I'm not going to show you how this one is done. I want you to try and work this out for yourselves. Hey guys, thank you so much for being part of the first Quantum Magic Lab. This is a brand new project for me, so please do share it, let other people know about it. I want to spread the word as much as I possibly can. For tomorrow's lesson, you will need a coin. Any coin will do. If you have small fingers, use a small coin. Big fingers, use a slightly bigger one. Can't wait to show you what I have in store for you then. Oh, and if we do get to 1,000 views on this video by the next week, then I will show you how I did that trick with the two elastic bands. Alright, see you guys tomorrow.